So if you'd like to tell me, why did you turn to homeopathy?
I turned to homeopathy because I had such dreadful side effects to conventional medicine, and at the time I had some treatment from a hospital surgeon. I'd had an operation, in fact, and it left me with endometriosis, and he wanted to give me something to alleviate the symptoms of that, which were pretty painful. At that time I knew a woman. She was training to be a homeopath, in her last year of training, in fact, and was absolutely horrified when she learned what he was going to give me, because this particular drug actually masculinated women. Yes, it was pretty powerful. She was quite horrified about this and decided that I should have something else, and she said she would contact her doctor at the homeopathic hospital and see if he would allow her to treat me, which he did, and it worked, and it was fine. At one stage when I was with a doctor for something, I can remember being told that there wasn't anything else that I could have. A homeopath never has to give up. There's always something else. A homeopathic remedy, it may be for the cold you've got, but it may also be very good for the bones. That sounds amazing, but this is what happens. I have something for osteoporosis every morning. I have 2 bone diseases. I have osteoporosis and Paget's disease. I'm doing extremely well. I walk about 35 to 40 minutes every day to keep myself going, and I'm able to do that because I have something in the morning, every morning, that covers that, but it also covers other things that I've got and other conditions. But I find the amazing thing to me with homeopathy is that how quickly it works. It can work very quickly, and you think, gracious, I felt so awful yesterday. How is it that I can feel so well today? And then that teaches you something about yourself and this mind, body, spirit thing, that it isn't just your body that's reacting, it's the whole of you. I went to the Marsden and I had a mammogram done, and to my amazement I had a lump, and it was quite substantial. They decided that they would leave this because it was benign and they wouldn't touch it. So I decided that I would go and see my homeopath. I had a homeopath at that time, and I told him about it, and he said, oh, that's all right, I can get rid of that. So I'm not sure whether I believed it or not, but I thought, well, you know, I've got nothing to lose. And then after 10 years I went, and 10 years later, and I said, what about the lump? And the doctor said, what lump? And I said, well, you know, isn't a lump. And I was having a quick scan each year, and she said, well, oh yes, you had a lump, that's right. Oh yes, you did have a lump. She said, well, it's not there anymore. And I said, are you absolutely certain? She said, yes. She's not there. And over those 10 years, that lump mysteriously vanished. And when I told my homeopath, he wasn't at all surprised. Not a bit. I do rely on homeopathy. The other thing about homeopathy is that I can telephone my homeopath during the week. If I really run into trouble and I think something has happened and it's getting out of hand, I can ring her up between 12 and 1, and I gather that most homeopaths have that kind of facility. I mean, as I know her so well, if I really had something serious happen, supposing I got flu, because I don't have vaccinations, if I got flu and I was really worried, I'd phone her at the weekend and I'd have a quick answer. I've got quite a lot of homeopathic remedies here because over the years I've learned how to treat myself for almost everything, and it's quite comforting. I mean, if at 4 o'clock in the morning I wake up and I'm really not well, I can go to my cabinet and I can get something out and take it. and I will get back to sleep again, and the next morning I find I'm so much better.